Hi, today we're going to be talking about factors and prime and composite numbers. So the standard we're going to be doing is 6.ns.4. I can find factors of a number and identify prime and composite numbers. So the first thing that we do when we talk about factors, finding factors of a number, is we kind of set up this T here so that we can create a way to write our factors, and then they're going to kind of go around in a U shape like this. So we always start with 1 and the number itself. So 1 times 60 gets us to 60. 2, yes, because it's an even number, so 2 times 30 will get me to 60. 3 as well, 3 times 20 will get me to 60. 4, yes, 4 times 15 will get me to 60. 5 times 12, excuse me, I had to think about that. 5 times 12 will get me to 60, and 6 times 10 will get me to 60. Now, what you do here is there's 7, 8, 9. I can't multiply any of those numbers to get to 60, so I know that I've got them all. So once you get it pretty close together, like 6 and 10, you really have to think 7 times 8 or 8 times 9 or 7 times 9, do those get me to 60? No, if they don't, then you're done. And what you do is you're going to write them from least to greatest in order. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, and 60. And those are all the factors of 60. Okay, now we'll move on to 36. So again, we always start with 1 and the number itself. So 1 times 36 gets me to 36. 36 is even, so I know I can multiply 2 times something to get me there, and it will be 18. Okay, 3, yes, 3 times 12. And then 4 times 9, and then not 5, but 6 times itself will get me there. So now that I've gotten to the point where I can't go any further because 6 times 6 gets me to 36, I stop and I put them in order from least to greatest around this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 36. Okay, and lastly, 19. Well, 19 is actually a prime number. So the only two factors that will go for prime numbers is 1 and the number itself. So the only factors of 19 are 1 and 19. That's what makes it a prime number. All right, so now that takes me to my next section, which is right here, prime numbers and composite numbers. Prime numbers have two unique factors, 1 and itself, like we did with 19. This is a number 1. It kind of looks like an I. Okay, and then for composite numbers, you have more than 2 factors. Okay, so that's how you can tell the difference between prime and composite numbers. And for this, I'm going to go ahead and just shade in all of the prime numbers. So I'm going to take my green color pencil. Any color will work. All right, and then all I'm going to do is shade in the prime. The ones that are left blank or empty or white are going to be the composite numbers. So prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, and 7. Those are called my small primes. On the next row, we have 11, 13, 17, and 19. Okay, third row, 23 and 29. You might start seeing some patterns developing as I go along. 31 for the next row, and 37. Okay, next row, 41, 43, and 47. All right, next row, 53 and 59. Okay, next row, 61 and 67. Next row, 71, 73, and 79. And feel free to color yours in nicer than I'm doing. All right, next row, 83 and 89. Last row, 97. And these are all the prime numbers between 1 and 100. And go ahead and mark those in your book so that you can use those. This will be very helpful for you for this unit, so it's nice to know those prime numbers. That's why we like to put it all on one spot so you can always check back and see if you have a prime or a composite number.